Walk up to almost any Shiva temple in the world, and before you even reach the inner shrine, you will be met by a massive stone bull. He sits squarely at the entrance, locked in an unblinking stare toward the central sanctum. Look at this marble statue. Worshippers don't simply walk past him. They engage in a highly tactile ritual, covering him in pink rose petals, offering him fresh green grass, and tying red threads around his neck to pray for fertility. But the most intimate ritual happens right at his head. People lean in, cup their hands over the stone ear, and whisper their deepest, most closely guarded secrets directly into it. If you look at ancient bronzes like this one, depicting Shiva and his wife Parvati riding on his back, it is easy to assume this bull, named Nandi, is merely a divine pack animal, a mythical transport vehicle used to carry the gods from place to place. Language points to a different reality. In several South Indian languages, the word Nandi is used as a specific metaphor for a person stubbornly blocking your path. He is a literal and figurative gatekeeper, which makes a certain architectural anomaly incredibly strange. There is exactly one famous Shiva temple in India, the Kapaleshwar temple in Nashik, where this gatekeeper is intentionally missing. There is no bull standing watch outside. Nandi is the physical memory of a mortal boy who conquered death. His presence at the gate defines the specific internal mechanics of every prayer offered inside. Nandi's existence did not begin as a bull, or even through normal biology. When the ancient sage Shalada prayed relentlessly for an immortal heir, a glowing, armor-clad boy emerged upward from the center of a roaring sacrificial fire. The boy possessed a brilliant mind, mastering the complex spiritual texts of the Vedas by age 7. But celestial deities visiting the sage delivered a crushing prophecy. The boy's life would end exactly on his 8th birthday. Refusing to accept his mortal fate, the boy retreated high into the icy, uninhabitable peaks of the Himalayas. He sat down and performed an extreme, immovable physical meditation, completely ignoring the freezing temperatures and the passage of time. The intensity of his focus rippled across the universe, catching the attention of Lord Shiva. Moved by the child's unyielding willpower, Shiva materialized, reversed the prophecy, and granted the boy ultimate immortality. With that immortality came a physical transformation. As seen in this painting, Nandi evolved into an anthropomorphic entity with 4 arms, taking on the head of a powerful bull. Nandi transcended his human limitations to become the supreme commander of Shiva's armies, shifting from a doomed mortal child to the god's most trusted equal. As the primary protector of Mount Kailash, Nandi stood alone against an invading force. When the warlord Vidyanavali attacked with his entire army, Nandi single-handedly annihilated them. His psychological power matched his physical force. When the arrogant King Ravana visited Kailash and openly mocked Nandi's animal appearance, Nandi cursed the king, declaring that monkeys would eventually burn his golden city to the ground. Years later, that exact curse destroyed Ravana's empire. His ultimate test happened during the churning of the cosmic ocean. A toxic substance called halahala poison surfaced, threatening to dissolve the universe. Lord Shiva consumed the bulk of it to save creation, but a few boiling drops spilled from his mouth and burned into the ground. While the other gods ran away in terror, Nandi rushed forward and drank the lethal droplets directly off the rocks. He survived without a single burn. Shiva explained that Nandi existed in a state of absolute, egoless surrender, granting him Shiva's own invulnerability. That absolute devotion elevated him again. When Shiva needed to cleanse himself of a cosmic sin, it was Nandi who guided him to the right sacred river. Nandi became his teacher. And that solves the Kapaleshwar temple mystery from earlier. Shiva deemed it highly disrespectful for his own guru to sit outside as a mere gatekeeper, so the bull is absent. Nandi holds enough raw power to crush demonic armies and consume cosmic radiation. Yet he actively chooses to exist in total surrender, offering his immense strength entirely to a higher will. Knowing his history answers the question we started with. Why must we cup our hands and whisper in the bull's ear? Lord Shiva is perpetually locked in a state of deep cosmic meditation, known as samadhi. Directly shouting prayers into the sanctum would disrupt his focus, and breaking that trance could throw the entire universe out of balance. This diagram shows how the process works. Nandi acts as the central receiving node. Because his consciousness is flawlessly synced with his master's, he takes your external input, the whispered prayer, and transmits it safely past the energy barrier into the meditating core of Shiva, without disruption. Ancient texts frame this flow as a deep philosophical metaphor. Nandi is the ultimate dhyani, a master meditator. In yoga, this layout mirrors the practitioner's internal state. The bull represents the physical body, its attention perpetually locked onto Shiva, symbolizing the soul's focus on the absolute. Here we see a massive stone Nandi sitting outdoors in complete peace. His existence teaches us that you can possess fierce strength, but true power comes from choosing absolute silence and physical stillness. The stone bull at the gate stands as a permanent instruction for the visitor. To reach what lies in the inner shrine, you must first achieve the same silence he has found.